Just quickly running through the Ghd Crunch. Commonly see a couple of things that are done less than optimally with this one. First, people just kind of cut the range of motion, swing through it, don't really control. That's going to take away. At the end of the day, you're not really going to be doing what you set out to. The other thing that I often see is the way that people position the load if they are carrying a bit of extra weight. They'll do it in a way that actually doesn't really utilize the weight. Instead, it's just kind of uncontrolled, it's inconsistent, and you can't consistently track your progression on an exercise that way. We want to make it really uniform, the same way every single time. That way we know that when we improve the weight that we can do on the exercise, when we improve the number of reps we can do, we know that it's because our body's adapted. We know it's not because of chance, we know it's because of some alteration of technique. So what we want to make sure are the keys on this one. We're going to be reverse facing on the machine. Shins are going to be against that pad and feet are right through. Now, we generally want it to be so that our glutes are perched right on the peak of that. Now that's a little bit short for me, so I'm going to need to adjust it forward a little bit. So that's about as far as the machine will allow me to go. So I'm going to be putting a good amount of upward pressure through the apparatus, use the handles to get myself into a set up position. There we go. And just sinking back, 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 working to that stretch through the abdomen. We don't want to just stop arbitrarily there. Get a stretch if we're really trying to develop the abdomen. And then curling through the abdomen. Not just pulling up to hinge at the hips. Instead, actually want to be pulling our ribs down towards the pelvis. That's going to ensure that we're using that front wall of the abdomen to get the movement done instead of our hip flexors and instead of a series of other muscles. And in terms of loading, we want to pick a consistent position for the weight. So I personally like to do it across my chest. You can do it back a little bit overhead, which will increase the stretch on the abdominal wall. Whatever we do, we just want to make sure we're really consistent with the loading position. So for me, weight across the chest, sink back, 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 stretch, curling through the abdomen. Back, 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 stretch, curling through the abdomen. Now when we're doing this one, do not hold the weight out in front, because this is not really adding weight to the exercise, because the weight's on the opposite side of the fulcrum, so it's really not contributing any additional load to it whatsoever.